Yeah, it's the best way to start the stream by coughing, doing something. Doesn't matter. Uh, anyway, today I'm streaming TH again because Lilith isn't streaming, and as much as I like TH streams, his quality on Doyu is not that amazing yet. So what can we do? It's still amazing. It's still awesome that he's streaming at all. So, punk, ladies and gentlemen, who are not present in any regard, especially not ladies. Gentlemen are not really present here as well. Moobot is a gentleman. Yeah, of course. By all means, Moobot, you're very welcome. So, anyway, today Lin is playing against Starbuck, and then Lin is playing against someone else, I would assume. Kaho? Oh, if I recalled correctly, because I likely didn't. Uh, anyway, we're waiting. So, what can we expect? Starbuck is playing human. Starbuck no longer tries to play orc. Not in mirror, not in any other. Oh god, my capture is incorrect. Is it? No, it's just fine. On the phone, it's fine. Everywhere else, it's just awful. Who cares? Mm, Starbuck will play human. I would assume he will lose to Lin at least 3-1, likely, because he may get one game out of Lin, maybe 3-2. But it's really doubtful Starbuck will win against Lin because Starbuck has certain problems with his micro, and Lin got practically perfect micro. And in human against orc matchup, a lot can be decided by just sniping a hero. Just seeing an archmage out of position, being in front of his army, will likely lead to his death. So they've started. Oh god, it's so sorry, TH. Your stream is amazing. Your platform is awful. Um, Starbucks starts with power rifles against Lean. Now with rifles being nerfed, I don't know. I don't really think it will work for Starbuck. It may work for any other person, any other player, not for Starbuck though. Starbuck got a lot of technical difficulties in what he's doing. Okay, I've got to close a few more windows on TH stream. God, it's horrible. Farseer, yeah, expected. Paladin, also expected. Of course, there will be no hero sniping this day since, I mean, Farseer and Torrent Chieftain uh, also greatly rely on hero sniping, just in some different way. You still make raiders later. If you don't make Torrent, and against, of course, against the Power Rifle, you make Torrent. But even in a general Archmage, Mountain King, Rifles, Breakers, Casters game, you still rely on killing heroes as an orc, because if you just kill casters, you will never win. It's impossible. Yes, you can chafe wave them all you want, but the units are so much more expensive, and your recuperation is so much worse. So you don't have priests, you don't have brilliance aura, and then you just lose because you make one amazing fight, you make second amazing fight, the third fight goes awry because your army is red, and then human got all his mana back and all his health back. So you have to make some decisive fights. And now, strangely, Lin started from creeping, not even trying to somehow pressure Starbuck. I mean, I like it up to some extent. He got an additional item. Of course, Starbuck also did, but that's acceptable. Starbuck started from creeping his own green camp, and Here on Hammerfall, Lin likely was unable to stop it in any regard. Really hard to stop a human that gets his green camp right next to his base. Yeah, now Starbuck gets Hydra. Is nice pick off because here Paladin would have level 2 and now without armor aura rifles up relatively more soft, more vulnerable to damage. And he will have to attack a yellow spot where he will expose his militia to possible harass, and tier 2 is on the way, of course, for an orc. I mean, for human, of course, as well, but it's always faster for orc. It's not yet about time to get away with... Oh, did Starbuck just made 4 militias, then cancelled all 4 and got to... Oh god, that was bad. I mean, you're not really lumber starved when you're playing polo rifle, but you still don't have unlimited lumber. You still don't want to make militia without thinking, oh, Healin decides to creep a level 6 troll. I mean, yeah, he would come, he could prevent Starbuck from getting his level 2, but of course level 6 troll is just an enormous creep and gives a ton of experience, and I can't really judge Starbuck for doing that instead of attacking the yellow spot. Now, I mean Starbuck, Lin, of course, God, for hell's sake, it's hard to wake up and then immediately start streaming, especially when your stream is mostly focused on you learning English. Naga. Why is it not? Why is it Naga and not, let's say, Panda and not TC second? Although TC second is not amazing against pole rifles, but it still functions. Hmm. I don't really know. Because Palo is only level 2 and you believe you can apply pressure and you don't want to go and creep with your heroes, but you still go and creep with your headhunters, so you apply very limited pressure. I mean, right now Naga helped to kill one rifle, and that was generally it. As of now, the moment she takes level 2, I mean, Panda was nerfed. That also counts. That also greatly increases usability of Naga by decreasing usability of Panda. That's one almost dead peasant. Does he have wolves? Yeah, he got, but where are they? I mean, he could try to snipe his peasant with wolves. Doesn't really want to. Now he summons wolves, but it's a bit too late, and he will just harass with his whole army. Mm, his fortified defenses are almost done, so this attack from human will not do all that much. Human will take his shop, but that's all. And meanwhile, quite a few peasants will suffer. The problem is, of course, that Orc can't get inside the base. Headhunters right now are extremely vulnerable, and they will die to militia in numbers. Losing 2, 3 headhunters will be a disaster for Lin. No, peasants are getting saved. I mean, peons, for hell's sake. What is Lin doing? I'm not really interested in what it... yeah, he's also wrecking the mineral line. He got everything that he ever wanted to. Lin is saving his burrows, but I believe right now it's a good moment to TP out. No? Not yet. You're trying to cancel rifle production by destroying a blacksmith? Yeah. I mean, he's losing second burrow, and two burrows is a disaster. Losing a lot of peasants is also a disaster. Being unable to produce more rifles is not amazing either, but still. I'm not certain who is losing more here. All the burrows down are terrible. All the peons down are no better. Does he believe that he will win pure base trade? Maybe. I'm quite interested in the outcome because I don't know the outcome. I can't predict what's going on, what's gonna happen next. Yeah, now he TP's out. He has absolutely no burrows. Starbuck has absolutely no. Two lumber mills. Yeah, yeah. The second lumber mill, of course, is here to close the gap. It may not be a mistake. If you placed burrows a little bit incorrectly, you may want to close the gap with the lumber mill. And the problem with Lean is that he generally has no production, no money to produce more. Starbuck at least has food to make more peasants. Lean doesn't. It looks like a bad trade from Lean. I mean, it looks like a terrible trade from Lin. He got his levels out of this, but he needs to utilize his army right now. Got for some reason I pressed the wrong one. Oh, one Spirit Walker is out. That's interesting. That helps a lot. That helps immensely to save your units from focus, but still can be very painful. I don't believe Lin is winning here. Yeah, Lin is out. Hmm. What? Cheap viewers again? Now it's Sasha181275. Okay. Hello, my dear bot Sasha. I'm not interested in cheap viewers. I greatly respect your job at making every stream worse. Anyway. The next game will be Lin against Starbuck again, of course. That was a terrible trade. He shouldn't have taken this trade. That that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable at all. Oh God, why do I have? Did something happen with my Twitch capture? Yeah, it seems this way. What exactly happened? I don't know. My OBS went mad and ruined my capture. Screen capture. Ah, for hell's sake, whatever. So it should be like that? Yeah, I would assume it should be like that. Capture the screen properly, you potato. Yeah, that's much better. So, the base trade was a mistake because you're not allowed to lose your burrows. Since when human loses all the peasants, he can just remake all the peasants. That's more or less fine. That's awful, that's painful, that cuts your economy in little tiny pieces, but you still can remake your peasants. When you lose your peons and your boroughs, you can't remake your peons. You have no food left. So you basically got no gold income. You either need to save your peons in numbers, or you absolutely need to save at least 2, 3 boroughs, so you have to add only 1 or 2 to be able to produce again. This base trade was a strange decision. Naga was a strange decision. I mean, not that strange, but still quite questionable. Oh god. Please don't die on me, you potato. So, the game number 2 is on. Of course, it's Polar Rifles from Starbuck again against... No, 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 get away, you advertisement. Be gone, you evil advertisement. Mm, Polar Rifles against Farseer Headhunters. Of course, Orc is at the disadvantage, but not so major as it was before. It's a little bit better in the late game right now. Yet, not really much was changed. To be honest, I've already explained it on Reddit how uh, the more units you've got, the more uh, bonuses you've got from this additional 10% survival that you gain from getting less piercing damage. So on two torrents, it's just abysmal. On 8 ghouls is amazing because your ghouls die later. Every single ghoul dies 10% time later, so they deal 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on more percent damage than they would otherwise. Mm. This change was not well thought. This change was just plain awful. What's going on? My dear friend TH, really, what's going on? Did he lose some? No, he just had to consult some other chat or whatever. Right now, the normal harass is going on, and Orc got quite a bit weaker early on. Because you need to creep with headhunters, you need to kill militia with headhunters, and militia, of course, has heavy armor, and a lot of creeps have heavy armor. And yes, human also creeps slower, which is nice, but militia kills you at the same speed. Harassing Paladin is quite often a good idea, but of course you want to deal damage to rifles and preferably to just one rifle. And now Lin is winning through pure macro alone. I mean, he's not really winning, struggling until Orc gets his tier 2 and you get critical amount of rifles is generally a norm for a human. Yeah, this rifle can get out, but he'll get healed and he'll be completely fine. And Lin is microing way better yet he's still not winning. Yeah, now it's a good moment to eat a borrow. Save the wolves. Got wolves resummon already, so he's more or less fine. But Starbuck now wants to get out of his base, so he'll likely pull some militia and the said militia will try to repel in. One rifle may go down. No, it's not what's gonna happen. The farm will go down. It's not completely useless. Because you can't remake farm in this line, so you have to remake farm behind in your base. And of course, it means that your wall will not be that amazing as it was before. The third farm is going down. That's not nice. Killing farms is quite painful for human in the end. It's 240 gold already gone. And now he's food blocked. That's not what's usually is happening in pole rifles. What's going on? 4 farms gone. Did we notice that his opponent is mostly defensive and is overly defensive, so he decided to destroy 5 farms and get away. And that's painful. That's quite painful. Of course, Starbuck makes a correct decision by starting to make an armor upgrade because he will not be able to produce rifles for a little bit. Farms can be easily rebuilt, but yet, of course, the wall is not perfect now. The wall is in way worse condition than it was before. That may matter. The wolves may get in, of course, not the level 1 wolves, the level 2 wolves only. Illusion is running around. Of course, you want a big blue ogre because of how easy it is to kill and how valuable item it has. No, it's a scroll of the beast. Okay, sorry. I mean, it's still quite valuable in this matchup because human will not have any form of dispel for quite a while, but he may want to just sell it. He got Berserker upgrade, he got his first Spirit Walker out. That's not terrible for Lean. Uh, he gets his salves, right? Yeah, he got salve and clarity on Naga. Starbuck is creeping his spots, but you can't do much about it. You're waiting for your Berserker upgrade to be done. Of course, Blood Mage gets every bit of possible experience and every bit of mana out of creeps he can. Lin got his scroll, his first Torin is getting out. That's not a bad timing, I would say. Starbuck is back at 50, but he wasted additional resources. He's going to tier 3, but this will be relatively late Griffins, and for as long as you're making aviaries, for as long as you're making tier 3 itself, you've spent gold you're not really using. It's about 700 investment that is not paying off as of now. So will Lin be able to win this fight? No, it's just a TP from a Starbuck. He decides to get out because his paladin was so low. Getting the TP out of your opponent is also quite nice here. I wouldn't say that it's game decisive, but it's fine. Wand of Cyclone is good. Hell, it's good. Along with Hex, you can do a lot with it. If you'll be able to somehow control your opponent, I mean somehow put your ops blood mage in place while controlling paladin, you're golden. And you've got two spells to do it with Wand of Cyclone. You've got Hex, you've got into Cyclone, and It may be enough to kill a blood mage. Now Starbuck is getting away, of course, no dispel. One rifle goes down. Flame strike is not perfect. A lot of rifles are hurt. That was a risky creeping, and with so many hurt rifles, you may want to have something else other than just aviaries. You may want to buy a scroll of regeneration. Yeah. You may also want to buy a clarity. Even a clarity will be nice here on a paladin because blood mage doesn't have an unlimited mana as of now yet. He's close, but not yet, and now his mana is quite low. And here is Lin already. Another creep jack because someone is not paying real attention, someone is not careful enough. Just focusing blood mage is completely viable here. Or you can just focus paladin. Through hex, through chain lightning, through everything. Yeah, just blood mage, get in. Oh, you should have hexed paladin, but okay, that also works. Because Staff of Salvation, of course, it takes quite a long time to heal a hero under his effect, under its effect. All the militia dies. Goran suffers, but he'll be fine. Damn, these four farms being removed initially, and the Starbuck standing in his base, not knowing what to do, being too afraid to trade because he has worse micro, paid off. Damn, they paid off. They paid off nicely because Starbuck was so underleveled on his blood mage, and of course, Wand of Cyclone, Wand of Winds, Wand of whatever was not even used, but it was a backup, and a glorious backup. Huh? He buys a TP stuff to get to healing salves and an orb? Yeah, it's to healing salves and an orb. Of course, we know why someone. Oh no, it's not healing salves. It's just. Oh, now Shadow Hunter gets healing salves. That's understandable. Troll regeneration is up. Troll regeneration likely saved him at least one scroll, maybe two scrolls. Griffins are finally out, but I believe the difference is too large right now. Ghost Raider is out, and that's amazing. When you're ahead, when you've got so many means of controlling your opponent, getting a Raider is incredibly important. This additional control just makes a massive difference. That was a botched flame strike because he was too afraid and he was running away. Focus Griffins, focus Griffins, focus Griffins right now. Yeah, just remove the Griffins because Paladin is too far behind and he can't come closer since he's so low HP, he's too afraid to get into the front lines. Of course, there will be 20 more Griffins, but they'll also get removed slowly but inevitably. Now, Flamestrike is doing his job. But in general, just losing all these Griffins is painful. It's incredibly painful, and Griffins are not cheap, and or got an expansion, and or got better levels, and all the rifles are red, and Paladin has no mana, and Blood Mage has no mana, and that's all. That's generally over. Lynch should win here. Just push Starbuck until Starbuck is dead. I mean, not push in this regard. Prong him with the spearhead, a lot of spearheads, and giving him some electric shocks. But yeah, that was quite a clean and easy game. This initial farms being destroyed worked. It did wonders for Lin. These four farms made Starbuck unable to produce for about 2 minutes, and it meant two less rifles early on, it meant less creeping early on. Um Blood Mage was horribly underleveled. Paladin was only level 3. I mean, level 4 Pala, giving second level aura is nice. It's it really helps your rifles to survive longer. And of course, the whole tier 3 investment was something that allowed Lean to make an expansion. An expansion happened purely because Starbuck decided to go Griffins. Um, since you spent all this money, you wait for quite a long time to get your first two Griffins because you had no aviaries on tier 2, you had absolutely nothing on tier 2 that was getting any benefit from tier 3. I mean, your Staff of Salvation is nice, yes, but it still effectively removes a hero from the game when you use it on a hero. And you can't allow yourself to remove Blood Mage for 40 seconds from the fight because you need to mana drain, you need to refill your Pala, you need to do a shit ton of things. So what will gonna happen now? They both want what? It'll be Archmage, it'll be expansion, it'll be normal creeping. Will it? Will it? I completely forgot the difference in build orders between Archmage and Polar Rifles, but it looks like an Archmage, yeah. Because on Lost Refuge, you just... It's Last Refuge. Ah, I believe it's the Lost Refuge. It should be the Lost Temple. No, God, the temple is lost. The refuge is lost. Yeah, indeed. Mm, Here you can get an expansion relatively quickly. Here you can get mercs to support, to protect this expansion, this initial gold. And yeah, that makes Power Rifle not as amazing. And here you have a few crucial spots with heavy armored creeps, with dangerous heavy armored creeps like this golem. And of course, Power Rifle creeps them relatively slow. I mean, Orc also creeps them relatively slow, but you're way more dependent on getting level 3 on your Palo than you're limited by not getting level 3 on your Parsi Naga as Orc. Are we okay? Yeah, we're okay. Nice. Are we okay? Are we okay, honey? Oh god, what am I doing? Uh, Now Archmage wants his level 2, then with Militia he'll creep either an expansion or Merc Camp, and Lin is playing mirror images because this map is all about creeping, and the mirror image, of course, helps to break Golem's AI, so Golem doesn't throw boulders any longer. Footy comes. It was quite obvious to Lin that it'll be not Polar Rifle because playing Polar Rifle on Last Refuge is not very optimal. Oh, this entangle was awful, but Priest will likely live for a while at least until it'll be two dead priests and Starbuck. This troll saved his priest. This troll is a hero, and in the end, this troll even threw an entangle on Aline's headhunter. And now will this priest leave? I mean, who knows? So likely a mirror image will come and no, this priest will leave. Lin is down one priest. That's quite painful, to be honest. At the same time, Blade Master is level 3. That's not painful at all. Sorry. Being down one priest is not amazing, because of course mirror images can be dispelled, but there is not much point in dispelling them. There is so many mirror images. And now one mirror image harasses Archmage. A level 3 mirror image is not a pushover. Yeah, he will kill the priest if given the chance. Yeah, he will not be given this chance, but anyway. Now Starbuck feeds him with an elemental. No, elemental did just end at this moment. So we'll see mass headhunters along with normal tier 2 buildings. I would suspect a bestiary and a torrent totem. And human will play rifles, but of course these are caster rifles, these are mass casters in the first place. Still with Blood Mage, not Mountain King. Mm, it's quite questionable against Blade Master with mirror images because, I mean, no, against Blade Master with mirror images it's likely better because Siphon will instantly kill an image. And Mountain King may throw a bolt at an image, but in general, if it was a normal Blade Master, Mountain King would be preferable because you need to control this Blade Master somehow. And of course, bolts are good at controlling a green man. All orcs are green, yet this one is exceptionally green, especially green. Right now, Lin is behind an army. Of course, that's expected. He relies on mercs, and it's shamans. That's that's completely acceptable because what you want is some dispel against elementals and some additional control against archmage, and shamans provide both. They suffer quite a lot from general lack of mana, but at the same time, Spirit Walkers suffer from it even more. And of course, your Spirit Link will be dispelled, and of course, Shamans will give you Lightning Shield, which may not be dispelled instantly. And human has to. He doesn't have to answer with anything specifically. He just has to focus shamans. He has to kill shamans in masses. Rifles can absolutely do it if Lin is not careful in how he controls his units. But I doubt Lin will let a lot of shamans die. I mean, rifles, water elementals, because not all water element LS will be instantly dispelled. Damn, this waves looks nice. Sadly, priest will save every unit, will get every unit back to full health, and then priest will regenerate their mana at the speed of light. And it's drums. Okay, so Starbuck got drums. That's nice for him. Lane got loss plus 12. Oh god. That's one interesting Blade Master. That's not a Blade Master. That's a Blade Master. Yeah, a samurai. He got stronger. He got significantly stronger with this clause plus 12. Sadly, mirror images do not get any benefit from it, but still, the hero does, and that's generally enough. Right now, the fact that Shadow Hunter is such a low level is painful, but what can you do? You gotta level up during the fight. Lin did bring a few militia. I hope. No? No, it's just likely reinforcements. Rifles are dying. Oh, he attacked without having a single Sork? Did he really attack without having slow? That's not a good idea, my dear friend. Everything you've got is destined to die here, and you're destined to lose. I mean, Sorks are crucial. Sorks are absolutely must have for human in mass casters because with shamans, Orc has absolutely no access to Dispel, so Dispeling his slow traders and his slowed grants is not an option. Why did he attack without having a single Sork? And then only two Sorks came. You need at least three, and then he took three peasants. He was not on the timer. Lin didn't have his expansion running, and I don't understand it. There is no good reason for him attacking this way. I mean, I've predicted it to be 3-0, maybe 3-1, but as of now, it's just a major mistake from a Starbuck. Maybe someone else started his stream other than TH because Doyo is a terrible platform. I mean, I generally respect TH a lot, but Doye is still. Oh, Lolite is streaming. Yeah. Okay, so thank you, TH, for streaming. I'd like to watch Lolite's stream. He started. That's good. That's amazing. Sorry for wait. Okay, I'll skip the first minute of the game. Mm, Warcraft 3 info. Thanks, TH. Your amazing streams. You were providing for as long as you could, but Doyo is a bit worse platform than Soap Life to watch the streams. Lolite, get up, my friend. I've just closed TH stream for the reason. So now I need to properly cut out, focus on the stream again. God, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Sorry to whoever is watching me, I'm trying to do my best. Really, I mean, not really my best, but not my worst, at least. Yeah, Lolite's stream is in a better resolution. I mean, it's not surprising that Doyo doesn't love foreigners watching their stream, but still, now it should work. Thank you, Lolite, for streaming. I greatly appreciate it. Yay, he's streaming. We've got a functional stream. That's good. That's amazing. So Lin Starbuck 2-1, and this game will be Archmage against Farseer. Was Lin expecting Starbuck to play Power Rifles again? On springtime, it's doable. It's perfectly doable. But in general, Starbuck just decided that after one loss with Power Rifles, it's over, I would assume. So Lin has quite a nice. No, he is expecting Power Rifles, right? Not like. Oh no no, yeah, he is expecting Power Rifles. At least he was expecting Power Rifles for a while. Unit Tech 3. Yesterday, Starbucks had 65% human against Orc 35%. Yes, it's not like 65 who against 35 Orc. I would say it's about 45 Orc against 55 who right now. Uh, I mean, players always exaggerate the probabilities because. In reality, even 45-55 is a extremely broken matchup with extremely large lead. You lose 10 matches in every 100 due to race imbalance alone. That's horrible. That's awful. I mean, no, you lose 5 more in every 100. No, yes, you lose just 5 more, but 5 more is still incredibly much. Maybe it's 43 to 57, but it's certainly not 35 as someone in chat suggested. And so we've got pure Farseer Headhunters against normal Archmage Harass. The problem is that if human decides to go for an expansion, or if human decides to go for early defend footies harass. Farseer with headhunters is not that good. You may lose a lot of burrows. You may lose. Yeah, that's what Starbuck does, but for some reason his footman tries to kill headhunters instead of burrow. He killed the burrow, man. That's why you're here, to kill the burrows. I mean, you can stop the shop from being produced. Lin has to buy 2 solves instantly. Oh no, he doesn't have money for 2 solves. Now he has money for a second solve. Buy it. Buy it. Get back and buy the second solve. And that's why, of course, Lin produced a grant, because he was expecting polar rifles. Now he's suffering from these footies a little bit. But really, this harass will not get him anywhere. If he doesn't kill Boros, he will not succeed. Even this Headhunter dying was not majorly his victory, but Lin's mistake. Headhunters should remain alive, they just should be relatively useless against what Starbuck does. And he is too afraid to just kill all his 4 footies on for a borrow. I mean, he could have killed 2 burrows with 2 elementals, with 2 4 footies, with an archmage against just 3 headhunters. 2 burrows should have died. And now he's using his TP to not get dragged by chain lightning. Yeah, Starbuck is. Starbuck is just a tier 2 player against a Lin who is who is greatly superior to him. Yeah. Here it was a tactical mistake. This second hand hunter, yeah, he is hunting for hands. Every single troll wants ahead of his enemies, so hands are free. I collect all the hands. My name is Hand Hunter, and I am the smartest of them all. So what else? What else is going on? Not much. TC is out. TC will likely go for wave. But if he goes for a stomp, it will also be completely understandable because when your opponent has a very few units, stomp is so good. Until your opponent starts having a large army, stomp can be game deciding, and stomp can just outperform level 1 at any moment. When you have wave level 2, when you're getting closer to uh, maybe 70 limit, wave will start to outperform stomp greatly. But as of now, if Lin decides to go for a stomp, it's completely understandable. Circlet on Tauron is never wasted. Circlet is never wasted in general. Two large invul potions on human heroes will help him. It'll help him a lot, and Lin gets pillage. Lin gets pillage mostly because caster rifles are not mobile. Uh, Caster rifles are way less mobile than spellbreaker rifles, mostly because rifles in a number of maybe 3-4 units do not exist, and something happened with my stream, something happened with my phone. What exactly happened? Is my stream down? No, it's alive. My phone just decided that it should die on me. Okay, it happens, I believe. So TC is waiting. Yeah, he went for a stomp. He's baiting with his wolves. That's a bait. Of course, wolves will get dispelled, but okay, TC was waiting in vain. It will not be a nice round, but what can we do? It's hard to surround the cow with just 4 units when the cow stomps back and your units do not do anything. Without Dispel, of course, elementals are not so easy to deal with, but the first shaman is out. The tower is out. That's questionable, I would say. Yes, it's a fortified tower, I believe. Does he have? Yeah, he has fortifications. He has pillage. I see where this game is going, but the tower right now is still quiet, questionable. Poor headhunter. If it was a berserker, then of course headhunter would survive. But right now, nope. The tower is done and ready, so it's a foundation for an expansion. What are you doing here? That's what I was talking about. Heroes suddenly dying on an orcs, on a human side. Because as much as that this stomp was a disaster, level 1 stomp is not that big, so yeah, you're weak, orc, and your stomps are small. And this shaman was a sad loss, pathetic loss, I would say even. And now you don't have anything. Again, that's what I was talking about when I was mentioning Starbuck having troubles with micro. I mean, still Lin lacks units, Lin lacks a lot of units, and this tower is down to just a few footies, maybe even to 1 footy with defense. I was not very appreciative of this expansion from the beginning. That's one grunt down. Maybe he will also lose a shaman if he's not very careful about his reinforcements. That's another Quarter Beast. I doubt a lot of Quarter Beasts will help you. 2 is fine, yet yet I would like to see another Raider maybe. Finally, Starbuck gets an invul on his Archmage. He understands that his Archmage now is a weakest link, so if Archmage gets caught, it's all over for him. Yet he gets creepjacked, but it should cost him 1 priest, 1 sork, and why are you not tipping out? I mean, if you wanna win this fight, you can, for sure, but you're not that immune to damage. TC will die. That's sad. TC dying is always sad. Now Lin is eating through casters. Elementals get removed. I mean, TC dying is bad, but Starbuck wasted his second big invul. He got his Magnator. That's good. He lost not all that much. Lin, of course, lost a lot more, but 5 food of this is TC level 3. Oh, level 3 TC is painful. I thought he died at level 2. Okay, okay. Dying at level 3 is quite painful indeed. Now Lin is behind. Now Lin will lose this game. May lose this game at least. If Starbuck doesn't fight without HP and mana. These TPs are not completely free, you know. I mean, it's another 2 casters wasted. 1.5 casters wasted, let's say so. TC dead is sad, but what can we do? Level 4 Mountain King is awful. 4.5 is even more awful. I would even avoid giving experience to Archmage completely to get Mountain King to level 5. That would be a good decision from Starbuck, but no, it's not what's happening. He's spreading an experience. Level 3 Brilliance is amazing, of course, but level 3 Bolt against TC with a Stomp is also decent. Orc is at 45. This whole expansion didn't work out for Lin. He tried to establish it, but I mean, he tried to start it. He never really established it in any regard. And now Raiders will with Pillage will try to earn him some money. That's a good. That's an amazing start. And Human has no TP. Of course you will have no TP against Raiders. I mean, I told you TPs are not completely free, but forgetting to get another one is just awful. Lin is so afraid of Starbuck TPing on his head, but it's not what's gonna happen. And now Lin kills 2 more farms, so Starbuck will have to remake these farms to start a production. That's 1 shaman dead, and that's Lin properly evacuating, losing 1 more shaman, which is sad. But now this gnome has absolutely nada. Of course, he'll stomp and he'll bash, and I mean, he'll bolt and he'll bash and he'll do a ton more, and finally, Archmage gives him a TP and he TPs out again. But that's another TP wasted for 2 units. I believe it's 2 units. No, it's 3 units. It's Raider and 2 shamans. Okay, that's fine for Starbuck. At the same time, he was so much better, he was so much more powerful, and he wasted it all, and now he's invisible, and invisibility is also not completely free. And another scroll bot on human, which is good, and another TP bot on human, which is not so good. Now he decides to start with the borrow, which is a bit better than starting with the tower against Mudcasters. Now Archmage is level 3, so it's truly an unlimited supply of mana. And Orc attacks from behind again. Dump. He can trade another 2 raiders for a TP, I believe, but he decides to fight against an army because human is a bit afraid of engaging. 2 more rifles down, and now, now, now he really wants to have his mana pot on DC. It's practically a must now, it's mandatory, but he has no mana pot on Torrent Chieftain, and so he is in a lot of trouble. Farseer will get wrecked. No, he gets his small invul and he gets out, and now he got to get out. Nope. That's one dead Farseer, and Lin just decides to give up. He wasn't prepared. The first fight was a disaster for him, and that was a terrible stomp. And this fight would end up incredibly if he had additional mana pot on TC. That's just a matter of 1 mana potion on TC, and it would all be in his favor. But no, no, nope. Just nope. So right now, Starbuck has shown that he can play against Chain Wave, although there was no wave, and of course Chain Wave is mostly strong, while your opponent can just sit comfortably at 80 while buying all the scrolls on the map. And when you don't try weird shenanigans like making your borrow for your expansion, which will never get up, and making your tower for your expansion, which will never get up, and I mean, tower was questionable, tower was more or less fine, but usually against rifle casters, you're not allowed to make this tower, and of course, Lin knew at this moment that Starbuck had all the rifles that he may decide to get. I mean, God, not all the rifles that Starbuck had. That Starbuck had defense. Yeah, the Starbuck had defense on humans. It wasn't on humans. Yeah, footies are humans, but they've got their own name. They've got their own speciality. They earn 1 shilling per day. They are no, they are not mounted, so they don't earn 1 shilling per day. 1 shilling per day were from men at arms, and these guys are not really men at arms. And we're talking about fantasy setting, but anyway. Sorry, someone is someone is conversating with me in Discord. So it's Polar Rifles again on Northern Isles. So it's completely possible to play Polar Rifles, but in general, if Lin decides to be so aggressive again and Starbuck decides to be so passive again, Lin will achieve quite a lot of success in the early game because Starbuck is too afraid. Starbuck is too afraid to focus wolves. Starbuck is too afraid for his rifles. He knows he got worse micro, so he may lose a rifle or lose a militia or lose whoever else he may lose. Now Lin got a resummon. That's completely fine. Wolves will live. He starts to deal damage to an altar, and right now, for some reason, Starbuck protects his first farm. No, of course he's not protecting his first farm. His first farm is just placed a little bit weird, not anything strange, but his second and the third farm maybe a bit more behind. He knows that happened in game 2. By the way, we're looking at the 5 games. We're looking at the BO3 that ended up having 5 matches. Power rifles are not nerfed against an orc. Not that nerfed, at least. They are still amazing. They still work. They are still a bit imbalanced. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. He got a little bit aggressive. He got 2 militias and 1 militia dead for absolutely no reason. Died. Yeah, not dead. It is dead now, but back then it was dying and it died for absolutely no reason. And so yeah, focusing militia again for an orc, it's a nerf at this stage of the game because you're trying to kill militia and your headhunter's doing worse. No. What? No. Killing the blacksmith will not earn you anything. I mean, it will earn you a lot, but you'll just not be able to kill it. It's not something that's gonna happen. Of course, you wanna your opponent to pull a few peasants, to attack a few peasants with your headhunters, but uh, I doubt it's gonna happen, and right now it's better to just attack random rifles. Yeah, the fact that blacksmith doesn't regenerate and rifles do. Oh, Naga is out. Now that's everything is different. Naga is out, Naga crawled here, now you actually can kill whatever tries to repair this blacksmith. You actually can control your opponent who had to get away and creep a green spot already. There is absolutely no point in being here. Now it is. Yeah, he started another blacksmith, but now farms are in the. Oh yeah, he places farms behind his main buildings. He's so afraid for his farms because in game 2 it's exactly what led to his demise, losing all these farms, and now he protects the farms. A human who protects the farms, God. We're in a new era. Of course, it happens only because Lin is better in micro than Starbuck, and finally Blood Mage is out. He can finally creep. But will he be able to? Paul is still level 1. There is no aura. And without an aura, your Blood Mage is relatively weak, and your rifles are relatively weak. I mean, yeah, you've got all the heals level 1 in the world, but your opponent got a good focus, and roll regeneration is done. But then really protecting the farm. Letting your base look like cheddar cheese. Cheddar? Swiss. Oh yeah, Swiss cheese. Uh, but saving the farm. I mean, it was justified. The funny thing is that it was completely justified. Buy whatever you want to buy. Oh, it's a scroll. You want to remain aggressive. One. Sadly, one headhunter died. Of course, when you've got troll regeneration, every headhunter loss is very painful because otherwise they would regenerate without any healing in about 50 seconds from half HP. And of course, when you've got tier 3 and you've got Berserker upgrade, you want your headhunters to become Berserkers. Now Starbuck pushes, which may be fine, but Lin got fortified defenses and losing barracks would be a disaster. And of course, Starbuck knows it. Starbuck starts to focus peons. Now the upgrade will be done and it'll be all fine. Yeah, it's fine. No, he doesn't care anymore about this barracks. Of course, he still cares. It's just not that painful. Now it's time to kill. No, no, he wants. He really wants his Shadow Hunter. Scroll of Regeneration is amazing, but Lin of course can deal with it. Shadow Hunter getting out. Then we'll see full focus on Blood Mage. I would expect it to happen right about now. Yeah, Shadow Hunter's out. Now Blood Mage should get focused while Paladin should get controlled. And you've got your Spirit Link, and you've got all you may want, and first Thorin is out. No, he decides to control Blood Mage while letting Paladin heal it. Uh, Fine, Paula doesn't have an unlimited mana right now, and all these fortifications will be lost if Lin wins this fight, and it looks like Lin will win this fight. Blood Mage buys a mana pot. That was an interesting decision, and maybe a good decision. Naga may die. No, no, Naga will be fine, just a rat, but the lady will slither away. And trolls are starting to die. Parser is level 2. Ah, the Scroll of Regeneration. He just wants another Oh, Torrent died. That's painful. That's very painful. And of course, with just one Torrent totem, you can't reliably make more. You can't reliably make Spirit Walkers. You can't reliably conserve mana on the Spirit Walkers because you don't have any. And Torrent Totem dies while Torrent is in production, and it's bad. It's awful. And all rifles are back to full health. Destroying a blacksmith was a decent decision, but right now he really wants to do something while his trolls regenerate, and it'll be okay. It'll be just creeping the shop, getting an item. Trolls regenerate against Gnoll with poisoned arrows. He has an arbalest crossbow. Um, these are not arrows, these are bolts. And now we've got just a ton of rifles. What does he want Shadow Hunter level 2? It will not really help him a lot. Ankh will help him. Ankh is nice, but it's over. First tower is over, and Lin just gives up. Okay. That was not expected. I expected Lin to win by his pure skill alone, but it didn't happen. I can't say he made a lot of mistakes. It's just that human is more powerful than orc right now. Power rifles are better than whatever orc has right now. Uh, mm, and Starbuck didn't make a lot of mistakes. I would say that he plays relatively clean today. Uh, yeah, it was not that bad. He failed to save his heroes quite a few times. Lin was able to find an openings, although of course Starbuck has some items to prevent his heroes from death, but in general, anytime you see an Archmage running in front of a human army against an orc with raiders, it's a mistake already. Because if you if you turn the corner and there is an orc army and an orc is controlling his units well, you're generally dead. Your old man on a horse will not be even able to get afraid properly. He'll be in the altar. So it's something that should never happen, and yet it happened quite a few times. Um, what else? Power rifles are, of course, still busted. There is absolutely no doubt about it. At least against Orc. Against all other races, rifles are a bit more manageable. Yes, these are strong against Night Elf, but just strong. Since Night Elf has at least 4 bears, maybe 5 bears when it comes to a major engagement, and 5 bears against rifles will live and will dish out a lot more damage than 2 Taurens. Again, 2 Taurens get 10-20% additional damage from their survivability. 5 bears get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 30% additional more damage from their survivability in general. So Torrents get just 15%. And of course Torrents have a lot of problems to connect. So bears are a bit better against rifles now. Torrents are still crap. Torrents are still garbage. Human is still garbage against. Orc is still garbage against human. Not really garbage. You've got all the chances. It's just. And Lin made a few mistakes. There is no denial. I shouldn't deny it, but you can't play perfectly all the time. It's just impossible. It's just completely impossible, and especially he made a few mistakes in his game when he had Thoron with Stomp and Farseer uh, mm, and didn't buy a potion of mana and try to establish an expansion a few times, which is usually not such a good idea when you're playing against Masscasters and is not ahead. And he was not ahead at any point in these matches. God, do I sound like Donald Duck? I mean, every time I try to pronounce a TH sound, I just lisp. I believe I sound like a Donald Duck. Oh God, it's terrible. I mean, that's not as terrible as what I do in general. We're waiting for Lin against Kaho anyway. He should win this one. I mean, against human, of course he made a mistake by not really a mistake when you play Farseer into early Headhunters against Dark Mage. You still can do it. It's still perfectly doable, but you would want to play either Blade Master mm, into whatever else you want to play, or you may want to play Farseer with a few grunts, because Headhunters and Farseer are so vulnerable to early footies. Although s- I can't say that Starbuck utilized this advantage. I mean, what? How many footies? Four did he got? So four footies were not able to get through a single borrow. I mean, if he had five or six footies with defense, he may just destroy two borrows, maybe one borrow and a few peons, and then he would have a significant advantage. Yet he won in this game anyway, but I mean, it was not that painful for Lin as it could have been. Anyway, we're looking at the second game of the day. I should rename my stream. Lin vs Kaho. Done. Then I should rename the stream on my YouTube. Why am I singing? Because I speak better than I'm singing. I'm not really King Robert. Yeah, nobody will ever call me Bertie. But I, I really do speak better whenever I'm singing. In against Starbuck, Lane against Kaha. I doubt I'll cast the first series of the day as always, but I may cast Lin against Kaho till the end. Oh, the stream is lagging. Mine or not? Anyway. Oh, that's sad. Lin was unable to get this Troll Priest, although it's completely doable against um, Demon Hunter God, against an elf. Why do I have such a trouble speaking right now? So, Concealed Heal, generally you want to play... No, give me a second. And generally you want to play grunts on this map, because grunts are so fat, there is fountain. You can avoid an early shop, but Lin didn't, so he just doesn't want to lose constant contact with his opponent. Of course, fountains work both ways, but in general, Elf gets a little less more benefit from this. And now we're looking at 4 a.m., almost 5 a.m., and Red, but level 3 Demon Hunter who drains all the mana from Moonwells, because of course he was not just Red, he used all his mana for Immolation, and he's not certain what skill will he get next. These are good wisps, yeah. One wisp doesn't see shit, but the second one is a good wisp, and on the other side, a few wisps are useless but relatively protected against what Orc does. And what Lolite is trying to show us is that when an Orc goes for some early grunts, and you see these early grunts, wisp hunting is always a possibility. With Blade Master, with these grunts, it's perfectly possible. Now Kaha just wants to kill this ogre. Uh, Lin gets it. Yay! And he gets an item. I mean, it was a bad decision from Kaho to attack this ogre right there. It was quite obvious that Lin was closer than Demon Hunter. Now, this Wisp will die, that's okay, that's acceptable. 3 grunts are where? Are there already? Really? 3 grunts? You went for 3 grunts already? Oh, that's interesting. Kaho got very early Tech 3, and that's questionable on this map. I mean, you get bears, yes, but you don't have dryads, and Shadow Hunter gets a good level really quick on Concealed Heal. I mean, the big ogre is gone. Okay, it works for you. Shadow Hunter got somewhat trouble getting his levels, but in general, it's still completely possible for him to go to level 3 and then he will have enough mana for a few hexes. Oh, what was removed? Shop? Yeah, the shop was removed, but okay, first 2 dryads are out, 2 more dryads are out, and then I've got a question. Why did not you go for your 60 Moonwall before tech, let's say? Shop is getting cancelled again. No, it's not getting cancelled. It's a 180 gold loss from 2 chops by Lin. Blade Master was in position, so it was good. It was decent. It was not a cancel with died. Did Blade Master take another item? Yes. Yes, he did. Okay, now I was afraid that Lin will have his morals crushed after the game against Starbuck, but it seems like he just got angrier. And so right now Lin is doing fine. Lin is doing well, and of course you don't want to attack these dryads. You've got nothing to survive. You've got nothing to live for. Yeah, you've got nothing to get away. That's another cancel on the shop. So the problem is that right now it's just the start of the day. So it's not only no stuff for a night elf. It's also no mana in Moonwells for quite a long time. And of course, while Night Elf is being unable to stuff his Demon Hunter back, he has to play more carefully. Yes, Lin will lose his expansion, but right now Kaho lost his. Just kill this Wisp. Do not wait for anything, kill this Wisp. Oh, no, no. Will he wait for a shop again? Nope. He just decided to kill this Wisp. Night Elf attacks on an orc base, but it may lead to one dead borrow and not anything more. And of course, Night Elf has to be aggressive, but at 4 Dryads and such early bears, do you really want to be aggressive? You want to be aggressive at 6 Dryads. Yes, that's completely true. But you've got 4, and you've got 2 bears in production. And Kodabeast just ate something, which was likely a bear. Raiders are dying, but Dryads are also dying, and this bear is not in the best shape ever. And of course, there is nothing to save your heroes. Kill the bear. Yeah. The bear died, so it's a difference of 2 bears, right? What did the Kodabi state? Oh, a dryad, okay. So it's at least 3 dryads and a bear, and that was the first bear. The one who would have the most mana. I mean, it was a rejuvenation bear. It was a moving rejuvenation, which didn't happen. I mean, of course, 2 more bears were enough to rejuvenate 2 more heroes. And he is getting armor level 2? Oh, no, no, Kaho, that's very questionable. The reason for it being questionable is that when your bear is inside a belly of a Kodo beast, armor doesn't matter really. Yes, it matters when you fight, but in general, you may want to get an attack. I mean, you may want to get 1-1 and even uh, focusing on an attack first. And then you may want to get armor level 2, and then, I mean, even then you want to get an attack level 2 and then armor level 2. Blade Master drops an item, but he'll get out of his invis, and this large red spot goes to a Night Elf, but at the same time, Shadow Hunter got a flute from his dragon, and it's not useless, because Spirit Walkers are amazing against bears, and he will have maybe even more Spirit Walkers. Although, of course, Kodo Beasts are even more amazing against bears. TP out? TP out on Blade Master right now? Yeah. Before anything dies on your side. You've killed 2 Moonwells, you've killed a bear. I mean, you ate a bear, but it doesn't really matter. And that's a pure advantage for you. Yes, you're at 60, you get less gold, and your opening got an expansion getting up, but your expansion is almost done. So at this moment, Orc is at a major advantage. But he's doing everything correctly. Kaho is just losing. No, Kaho saw an expansion and decided that it's over. Because he will need to rebuild his 2 Moonwells. That's 360 gold and not negligible amount of lumber. And a lot of his wisps died. This shop cancel was not really a decisive factor in this game, although shop cancel was painful. I would say that going for an attack before your first 2 bears were there was the major mistake from Kaha. Shop cancels were painful. They were slowly moving the scales towards the orc. But in general, it was this mistake that gave Lin the game. So let me clean my face. I need a few seconds. My face is so sweaty. Not even my arms. And no, sadly, there is no vomit on my sweater. And if I were able to say words at this speed, then I would be way better at casting. Are we still waiting for the next game? Yep. Then I certainly can clean my face. Yay, I'm back. And God constantly having a runny nose is a problem. It's not something major, but it's freaking awful. Cheap viewers on stream, book. Thank you, another bot. I'm so grateful that you decided to tell me that. Why is it completely fine on YouTube? I mean, not on YouTube, on my phone. And why is it so problematic? Oh, okay, it was Lalite who was lagging. Thank you, Lalite, for streaming. You can't hear me, but really, I so much appreciate you, your efforts. I greatly, no, I just love the fact that I'm able to restream you. That's amazing. Nobody's watching, but who gives a shit? I'm learning English anyway. So what do we have here? We've got relatively default openings. I mean, there is no other opening right now. You can try some Keeper of the Grove shenanigans, but in general it will not work, it will never work. You can try Warden. Warden works against Orc quite well if you're able to close the game at 50 foot, which does not often happen against someone who is so good as Lin. I mean, you get Warden, you get Dagger, you get as many archers and dryads as possible, you get Naga, of course, and then with Warden and Naga, you're just stronger at some point, way stronger in the field, and or got to survive you for about 4 minutes, maybe. That was one clever shop. I mean, Kaho did it to make his 21st Wisp, of course. Of course, because you can just start a shop, you can then just make another wisp, then you cancel the shop and you've got 21 wisps out of 20 food, that's fine. Not 21 wisps, but it's called 21st wisp. Uh, Not because he was afraid, but afraid of Blade Master suddenly popping out of invisibility and chopping him. Kill. Yeah. That's a good steal. That's an amazing steal. That completely shuts down Demon Hunter's progression. He needs to find another creeping spot. It's not so easy on springtime, of course. I mean, it's not so hard on springtime, of course. It's practically a matter of a few more level 3 ghouls. Gnolls! These are gnolls! Look, if it has the head of a dog, a paws of a dog, if it barks as a dog, it's not a dog, it's a gnoll. And if it smells badly, they all smell badly. Okay, point taken. So if you're blind, you'll not be able to differentiate between a gnoll and a ghoul and likely an orc. Although if you shave, you wash. So in the end, Blade Master, since he shaves and likely shaves his whole body, washes quite constantly. Quite often, at least, not constantly. Anyway, Blade Master is running around. They both got themselves a circlet. Nobody decides to get boots. That I greatly appreciate. Nobody needs boots in this matchup. The first person who gets boots is at a disadvantage because your opponent can always answer with boots if he needs them. So in general, he can always get things even. Uh, but if he is able to somehow stop you from killing his units without buying boots, he is at an advantage. And you don't get such a major advantage as in, let's say, a matchup against an undead or against a human as an elf. Yeah, so boots are solely optional, and for some reason this demon hunter is not doing anything. Really. What's the point of you standing there? Converse conserving your mana, HP, and whatnot? I don't know? I honestly got zero idea. We've got level 3 Blade Master. Of course, grunts are awesome at creeping small spots. It's something that was done for a billion times. if in this game Kaho loses, I would completely uh, point it to the fact that he was standing for 15 seconds at the shop doing nothing. Okay, Blade Master didn't get his experience, but he got an item. And that's not a bad item for a Blade Master. Hell no. Is my stream down again? Really? Not down, but it's buffering. What happens, my internet? I know that I'm playing on a potato, that I'm watching the stream on a potato, that everything is a potato generally, but... Really? Did Twitch just decide to die? Oh no. Did my Steam decide to update something? No? Stone Shard. Is Stone Shard being updated? No? What exactly happened with you, my dear Twitch? It's down. It's dead. It's exactly as I hoped it will be. Yeah, Twitch is down. For me, at least. I mean, I'm trying. Is OBS? No, OBS is working. OBS is capturing everything completely fine. Get back alive, you potato! Oh, it's alive. Fine. No, it's not. Twitch is down. I mean, Twitch is buffering quite a lot. I don't know the reason, but it just happens. I mean, at the same time, Lolite's stream is also not in the best shape. Anyway, Orc got a major advantage right now. It was an advantage that was formed from the first minutes of the game. He was just outplaying his opponent for quite a long time. That's an instantly popped large invul. No, it's a small invul. Yeah, now the meat is on the table again. The stag meat. The deer flanks. Yeah, my deer flanks. Grunts suffer quite a lot against something like two dryads. Grunts gotta get away, because otherwise they'll all die. But right now, who is dying is Grunt for a dryad is a reasonable trade, and this Keeper of the Grove was outside of TP range. So stream is dead again, yeah? Really? No, Twitch is functioning. That's fine, it's just dead on my phone. Four dryads do not cut it. I mean, we don't have such an immense difference in limit, but right now Blade Master is level 3, Shadow Hunter is level 3, and with Mass Dryads is just 6, 7 Dryads. You need to make a difference quicker. Hero levels matter a lot against Dryads. Although he's doing it on his base. He's making an orc getaway. Of course, it's still the day, and Blade Master still got his invul. Okay, Demon Hunter is dead, that's over. Lin knew better than me, because if Kaho played a little bit more carefully, he will certainly be able to defend and maybe kill one more raider, and then he'll have some hope, ghostly hope, but still hope. But yeah, it was just him being a little bit outplayed, I would say. There was no major mistakes other than a ton of small mistakes, at least while I was watching the match. No, Twitch is trying to die on me. For hell's sake. Let me check if my router is trying to die on me. That's what's a bit more important. Maybe it's something about my router. No, my router is fine. So yeah, it's Twitch. Something weird is happening to Twitch, which I don't fully appreciate. I mean, I can close my Steam. It doesn't matter if I close it while watching Warcraft 3. So, as much as Steam is trying, I mean, it's Twitch is trying to die on me, I still am able to watch Lolite's translation. Because Lolite is streaming on Soup. I don't know if it's called Soup, if it's called Soup, if it's called Soap. Uh, who cares in general? So we've got the game number 3. Here we've got quite... Yeah, it's still quite usual, but Kaho plays his Ancient of War relatively defensively. He knows that Lin is an aggressive player. Lin will not hesitate to make two grunts, Blade Master, and come to his base. So defensive play, I completely approve. Yes, it ruins his creeping a little bit because in general you want to creep green spot with immolation from your demon hunter, and then you want to creep yellow spot, and then you'll be almost at level 3, but then you may be out of the game already at this point. And no, Lin also decides to creep at least a green spot for himself, so there will be no initial aggression from him. All that matters is if he'll start the second borrow or not. When he got 160 gold, if he does, it'll be incredibly aggressive play. If he doesn't, then it'll be fine. No, it's tier 2, it's tier 2 on one grant. The second grant will be done when tier 2 will be started. I mean, will be started, will be, what will be put into production. You also need as many consumables as you want, as you only can get, because, of course, at this moment, you need to justify buying the shop so early, so in the end, not getting 2 stacks of healing salves is a mistake. Scroll of speed is optional, but he decided to get it. I'm completely not against it. That's completely fine. Now he's creeping... Oh, he's creeping a yellow spot without Ancient of War at all. Uh, yes, that will give him a desired level, but it's so painful. It's so freaking painful. Even if you get out with it, your moon juice will not fully regenerate, and Orc with healing salves will be in a better spot. Now you need to get back to heal, and Orc can just continue creeping, switching aggro from his grunt to his hero and back. Switching aggro all the way and back. No, I'm not a good singer. I should never sing. You should never speak as well, you potato. Так, что у нас тут? Английский, так, английский. Why watch Warcraft 3 when Warcraft 4 is out? Eh? Why are you watching me on YouTube? Okay, you decide to watch me on YouTube. Это английский, потому что я на самом деле изрядно устал от трансляции Back to Warcraft. И я понял, что я все равно смотрю матчи, и все равно эти матчи так или иначе проходят, так или иначе кастятся. You are streaming here. Yeah, I do. Да можно, в общем-то, и по-русски, если мне надо что-то объяснить. Так или иначе эти матчи проходят, так или иначе эти матчи кастятся, я их так или иначе смотрю, так почему бы нахрен не попытаться подтянуть немножко свой английский? По крайней мере, в плане произношения. Oh god, that's a consolation prize for Demon Hunter. Orc steals his items, Orc steals large belt, and Belt of Strength, of course, which is not useless on an Orc, especially if he goes for 3 hero. Ну, по-русски так по-русски. Да можно, по-русски меня все равно мало кто смотрит, если тебе хочется. Вот. Но, тем не менее, я все равно питаю некую призрачную надежду на то, что меня будет смотреть хоть несколько человек из англоязычной аудитории, потому что людей, недовольных Back to Warcraft, невероятное количество. Я понимаю, что есть куча других стримеров с куда лучшим английским, чем у меня, но тем не менее. Вот. А Back to Warcraft курвились! И меня от этого бомбит. Я все равно запускаю стримы вечером, я все равно стримлю вечером по-русски, просто вот пару часов в день, пока я смотрю матчи по Warcraft, сейчас как раз идет специфическая лига, одна из довольно крупных, мне интересно стримить на английском. Окей, back to the game. Lin starts to chop on the Tree of War, because Ancient of War is going to the middle spot, but in reality it'll... Что за Back to Warcraft? Одна из тех студий, которые реанимировали Warcraft, то бишь ребятам, в общем-то, надо отдать должное. Где-то в начале 17-18 года они были одними из немногих, кто его освещал. Вот. И на этом они заработали невероятную кучу хайпа, невероятную кучу уважения, после чего все стало становиться все хуже и хуже. Ребята знатно испортили баланс в игре, потому что они имеют право давать советы Близзарду. Сайт какой-то. Ну, это кастерская команда, это, так сказать, те, кто освещают сцену Варкрафта, те, кто имеют отношение к альтернативной Battle.net платформе, на которой сейчас играется большинство солидных игр Варкрафта. А что там с Reforged? Reforged дерьмо, но все играют, естественно, в него, потому что оригинального Варкрафта не осталось. Вот, к счастью, единственное, что искупляет Reforged, это вот как раз-таки то, что в нем все еще можно поставить оригинальную графику, и все смотрят в оригинальной графике. А Reforged практически мертв. И все играют в оригинальной графике. То бишь сейчас вы смотрите на Reforged, уважаемый Рапет. So, Lin is ahead. Lin is ahead by quite a large margin. That's one TP out on Demon Hunter. I would not waste any more HP on him. Yeah, that's a good decision. It's 32 against 40, and the only reason that Kaho is still in game, I would assume, is that it's game 3. It's a decider of the series, so he feels stingy, he doesn't want to lose. Face, fuchsia, white dice. Oh god. It still doesn't work for me, even on YouTube. Does it not? Oh, no, no, it works in OBS chat, it works in YouTube chat, but Streamlabs just doesn't understand what is going on. What are these strange English letters? First bear is out, but it's too late, my dear friend Kaho. You're out. You're absolutely out. Not a single Kodo beast in sight. One raider will die, but there is still there is so few dryads. There are. My stream on my phone is still dead. But it's I would assume it's a Twitch problem. I really always like how this penguin, how ships, how thoughts look while under the effect of an immolation. That's one mighty penguin. That's one hot penguin. It was not a penguin, but who cares? Quite a lot of units on Lindai, but in general, Kaho is out of moon juice, Kaho is out of resources. Rejuvenation will help, but Lin needed at least one or two bears or two Kodo beasts. Now he's making this, and he got a Kodo beast in production, and Keeper is dead, so not letting Keeper get his level 3 is amazing. Not letting Demon Hunter get his level 5 would also be nice. Shadow Hunter got all the mana in the world, because of course Demon Hunter plays with Immolation 2 and Evasion 2. He's sturdy, but he can't prevent Orc healing with heal waves. Just one Dryad is not enough. Yeah, you need to produce a lot more Dryads, Kaho. Lin overstayed his welcome. Lin had to get back for quite a long time. Had to wait for his Kodos and then decide the game, but he decided to end this as he did in the previous match, and now it didn't work out. Yes, he got an expansion, but right now he's not really weaker, he's just... He's just not that stronger to comfortably support an expansion. Dryad's out, and that's over for Kaho. Lin will die, Kaho will die with the next spell Shadow Hunter casts. Although Shadow Hunter got no... Oh, really? You don't have mana, you don't have anything, you've got Blade Master that is dying and he'll die. I am quite surprised that he lost. It was a matter of getting a mana potion of Shadow Hunter. And he has 900 gold. And he has a proxy shop. So getting his mana potion is even easier. And now Blade Master will die again. It's a dieback. Boink. No, he almost died, but he'll be fine. He buys a healing potion. Buy a mana potion. And oh yeah, he bought it. Finally, he will give it to Shadowhunter and his army will be immortal again. That's empty Kodo Beast dying. Lin, that was a terrible mistake. That was a mistake I can't find any justification from a player like you. Okay, you overstayed your welcome, that's bad, that's terrible, but you've got guts, you can... You relied on you being stronger, you wasn't, you miscalculated, it was fine. But this here, what the clan fiesta it was. So sorry, I can't justify it. Keeper of the Grove got to die, and now he finally wins. All the bears got to get away. Now Lin got a proper number of spirit walkers, although he is fighting against. He is fighting against Demon Hunter level 6, and he gives up. That's a loss for him. Maybe he's just tired. It's what, his eighth game of the day. That was quite a bit unexpected to see him lose in this game because he was ahead for such a long time. Of course, getting to the ops base and trying to win at the ops base while your expansion is getting up was a big mistake. Getting to ops base is fine. Being aggressive is fine. Trying to win the game here and now while you wasted 500 gold on your expansion is not that a good decision. It's not such a good decision. That was strange. And then he just miserably lost his Blade Master. Yes, focusing Blade Master is always a possibility. Yes, it's always an option. But somehow he was unable to get a mana potion on Shadow Hunter earlier. Shadow Hunter got slots. Shadow Hunter uh, had all the money in the world. His pockets were basically full with gold. And mana potion is a good thing to buy at this moment. Maybe even 2 mana pots. And with Demon Hunter not having mana burn at all, you would be golden. You would have an immortal army. Because healing waves are amazing. Healing waves are absolutely unbelievably decent in such situations. No, he didn't want to. Who needs mana pots? Who needs anything? I just wanna die. I just wanna lose my... I mean, he gave us another game. That's good, but really? I do not appreciate Lin. Here, it was his mistake that led to these consequences. And the consequences were terrible. He lost the game. Oh, phone is trying to connect, but can't. Oh, I guess mobile internet is down again. Oh, Twitch is getting down. That's also completely fine. We're waiting for the game number 4. Damn, it's the game number 4. This series should have ended after the game number 3. And the very fact that Lin lost to Starbuck really breaks me apart because he shouldn't have. And this game also was a completely unnecessary loss. Yes, Night Elf is not bad against an orc. Night Elf has a slight advantage, but Kaho is not such a good player as Lin. Of course, they are all decent. There is no doubt about it because they are playing here and I'm not, and it's still a completely different level even from a high MMR. Uh, yet, yet Lin made quite a few mistakes, and these mistakes were not justified by anything. Overstaying your welcome, losing to not having a mana pot, getting a dieback, almost getting a dieback. No, the whole expansion business was awful. Are we waiting for the game to start? Yep, we are. And it started. Really? And we've got level 3. And level 2. Laliat, what's wrong with your stream? Who cares? So... Judging by what I see, it's Tide Hunters. Okay. Lin was creeping a bit cautiously. He wasn't aggressive at all. Kaho was incredibly aggressive. I mean, getting this spot doesn't necessarily mean some incredible aggression, but he got his level 3. That's decent. That's amazing. That's very early level 3, and he'll be close to level 4 at the moment. Lin will get his 3 on Blade Master, and Lin doesn't really try to harass his opponent. So there is not much that will stop Kaha from getting his 3 and 7, and then getting his 4, and then getting his mana burn level 2. So we've got here Emo 2, mana burn 2, and since there was no contact between heroes early on, he has full mana. He didn't waste much on immolation because he was scraping with Ancient of Wars. I mean, I don't know. It's a Wisp next to Lab. Yeah, it's likely a Wisp next to Laboratory. Anyway, here Kahu is ahead. Yeah, he got his 3 and 7. He wants his 4. That's a bit ambitious to go to red spot, although possible if you just kill a big Murloc and then get away. Lin is finally level 3. He decides to let his Shadow Hunter creep. Oh, that's a reasonable decision, and of course, Blade Master at this moment got no real things to do. He got nothing to do, to be honest. So that's why he decides to follow his opponent, kill an archer. An archer has to die. Yeah, now Kaha tries to look for his enemy, and he wastes time. He wastes a lot of time. All his advantage is going to waste because you may want to get your keeper level 2 or level 3 at least. At least, yeah. Or even level 3. I mean, he doesn't have that many units. He got his 4 Dryads in production, so that's interesting. Lin just focuses Demon Hunter, but I mean, it's justified. Yes, Demon Hunter got a large invul potion which he will use, but in the end, right now, Demon Hunter is very vulnerable. He has no evasion at all. Now he uses healing pot initially, but it's still consumables being removed from him. You can't fight at 2 Dryads with Keeper. With Naga, yeah, sure. With Keeper, so sorry, not a chance. Keeper is gone. You need 4 Dryads, then you get stronger. Of course, you still trade well economically. You get amazing economic trades. You lose Dryads, you lose Archers, which are relatively expendable limit, and you kill Raiders, and you kill Spirit Walkers, and you kill Grunts, and every such unit costs more than a Dryad, and is replenished with not as easily. Now he decides to creep, but yeah, all this time wasted, this fight being completely unnecessary, Orc heroes surviving, that was not a good decision from Kaha. Not a good battle plan, I would say. And he may want to switch to Mana Burn and Evasion at level 5. Because otherwise Demon Hunter, as sturdy as he can be, may just die. Oh, Lin decides to start an expansion again. But you've seen Dryads. You've seen Focus on Dryads. You know there are not that many bears, and You know that your opponent got a good level on your Demon Hunter. This expansion shouldn't work. You need units right now. You need to fight these dryads. You can't win with this expansion alone. No, 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 no. That's a mistake. Kaho is getting a red spot. Lin is getting a red spot. Kaho. Oh, he got Talisman of Evasion out of it. For some reason, right now, it's a good item on a Demon Hunter. Out of it, really? Yeah, it looks so. Maybe it was a mistake by me, and I completely missed what. Oh, of course, he got a Mana Stone out of it. I was quite surprised that Talisman of Evasion was on such a powerful creep spot. No, no, Mana Stone is way better. He doesn't need it. He would prefer a Health Stone, of course. But Mana Stone is still fine. If find a usage for it on Keeper of the Grove, although I doubt it. I mean, with Imma 2 and Mana Burn 2, Mana Stone gives you an option to just not turn off Mana Burn ever. In the fight, you just Mana Burn for the whole duration of the fight, then you just eat a stone and you're fine. Lin finally got 2 Coda Beasts, but that's not really enough. I do not approve this expansion. I do not approve this expansion. Now Kaho is going armor 2. That's again quite a strange decision, but fine, 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 let it be so. Kaho. Just yeah, he goes into 60. Yeah, Lin got to be punished for this expansion. That's not something I would expect from Lin. Just such blind expansion. You should know that Europe goes into 60. I would not even mind Kaho going into 70, but he doesn't have enough resources. And he gets his first attack. And 2-1 bears at 60 will just remove Lin from the map at this moment. 3 bears, 5 dryads is a good army. It's a decent army. Fight! Fight! No, it's really a good time to fight. He is waiting for additional bears, of course, and he doesn't really want to fight on an expansion when he can fight on the main, which is not protected by anything. Of course, it lets expansion to get up, but if you don't have an army, the fact that you've got an expansion matters very little. Lin remakes a shop on an expansion, that's a reasonable decision. And he decides to just focus Demon Hunter. That's also an interesting decision because Demon Hunter got a lot of tools to survive Lin's assault. All Code Beasts are almost dead. Blade Master dies. I don't know why did he start this expansion. I don't want to watch game number 5. So sorry, I have absolutely no desire to watch game number 5. My greatest apologies, but there is no point. It's not Lin's day today. That was strange. That was questionable. That was bad. You need units. You can't fight 60 limit Night Elf with 50 limit of Raiders, Spirit Walkers, and 2 Coda Beasts. You need units. You need mm, at least two speed scrolls. Not just one speed scroll, but two. And you need consumables on your heroes. No, 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 no. I do not approve of this expansion at all. That's sad. I wished Lin to win, and he lost everything. That's strange. Although I shouldn't make any mm, conspiracy theories about him suddenly losing to Starbuck and Kaho. It's pointless. He had numerous chances to win. I know that Orc is not allowed to make mistakes. I know that Orc is generally a weaker race in this matchup, although not by much. I would even say that Night Elf Orc matchup is completely acceptable. It's a small Night Elf advantage. It's not something major. But Lin was just making mistakes. A lot of mistakes. So it's pointless to blame anything, and I don't know why Lin, who usually plays almost perfectly, decided to throw so much. Anyway, I will not wait for the game number 5. Sorry, people, I'm just too sad. I'm so sad about him losing. Because, yes, I like to see a good game. I would not be sad if he lost to someone who outplayed him even if it was Kaho. Starbuck had one good game against Lin, amazing game against Lin. Uh, but he's losing because he's making mistakes, and I do not expect mistakes from someone like Lin. So, thank you for watching. I'll come back later. А можно переключить на модерновую графику в горячем режиме? А когда ты это написал? Видишь, чат... YouTube чат не показывает клятые тайминги сообщений. Черт. А еще у меня упал чатик от Streamlabs, поэтому он тоже за раз такая не показывает твои сообщения. Кстати, нет, нельзя. Это не Диабло. Тут надо загружаться, по-моему, либо в модерновой графике, либо в обычной. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone who was watching. Okay, they're playing game number 5. I go on. Let's look at this humiliation once again. Alina is starting with what do we have? Northern Isles. I gotta restart my Streamlabs chat because it's also down. Chat box Streamlabs. So sorry for wasting your time, but it also lags quite a lot. Did something happen with my internet channel? No, I doubt it. Did some random cockroach ate? Oh no, it really does lag. Is it YouTube that lags? I mean, I don't really have any problems with watching the stream. But on YouTube it lags extensively. Oh god. Anyway, what do we have here? We've got frozen YouTube picture. Why? What happened? You were walking just fine. Oh no, no, it's not working just fine. Is there some problem with my internet channel? Who cares? Anyway, it's 2-2. Maybe Twitch is just lagging. That's also completely possible. Now it's back. What do we have? Kaho is at 25, Lin is at 23. Nobody really lost anything except for a few charges on a crystal ball, but who cares? Mm, if anyone got any steals, I would assume that it's a Blade Master. Maybe one creep was stolen, but I guess he just grabbed his what green spot and then went to the middle, and now he's creeping this spot, which is a bit new on Northern Isles. Because this spot is on one hand very juicy because a lot of creeps can't fight you while you're creeping this Nerubian, and you get a good item out of it. At the same time, this creep spot is not something that Blade Masters were doing for quite a long time. I would assume that if it was discovered, I mean, maybe it was done by another player, by other players. No, I don't think so. I've never seen it crapped before. Maybe modern days, let's say. Kaho is scripting his expansion, of course, on Northern Isles. Expansion is relatively free. But I doubt that he'll start it now. Lin gets his level 3, steals it from Kaho, but Kaho will get his 2 level 3 trolls, and so his level 3 is also there. Did Lin get an item? I don't know. I haven't seen it, maybe. One archer should die here. He will not be able to save it except with a body block. Lin was a bit too greedy and didn't use Windwalk right away. So it's Immolation 2 with Mana Burn 1 again. That's interesting. For some reason, Kahu is winning with it. Although he shouldn't. Shadow Hunter having a shit ton of mana should be a major problem, but it's not. I mean, really getting a constant expansion from Lin is what was his demise, not any plays by Kaho. He steals an item from an Orc's spot, yet an Orc gets a large healing potion, and of course Kaho knows that there is... Yeah, of course Kaho knows that there is Blade Master right under him. Now, Keeper of the Grove should die. Nothing in the whole world may save him. I mean, TP would, but usually level 1 hero is not worth TPing out. Although, judging by the fact that Demon Hunter was also caught and wrecked and TP was still wasted, TPing out on Keeper of the Grove was also a possibility. Uh, at the same time, it's always dangerous against hacks. You really can't time it properly, so you are able to TP out. And if your Keeper of the Grove dies with TP on while hexed, of course your Demon Hunter will also die in a net, and it will be a complete and utter disaster for you. Yeah, it's a large healing potion. It heals you 500 HP, but I doubt it will save Keeper. I doubt even if it saved Keeper, it would be anything but a large healing potion wasted. Orc, of course, got his own large HP. Gets creep. Wants to kill Keeper of the Grove once again. Again, Kaho does everything right. He got 3 dryads. Then maybe one more dryad instead of additional bear. I mean, right now, dryad would be nice. Of course, you can go to 50 with 2 more bears, but dryad would be nice. An elf is here. Code Beast is in danger. Lin doesn't have a speed scroll. Yay! And he got an expansion. Okay. Why are you trying to expand so furiously, so incessantly? Just use weapon, Demon Hunter, please. Please stop him from dealing damage to your units. He absolutely wants to win through an expansion, and I don't know why. Just make Quarter Beasts. And now expansion's out. He got 460 gold, which he didn't spend. I'm angry with you, Lin. Get some advantage. Sure, you have an advantage before you're making an expansion. Because you're playing against a Night Elf, and a Night Elf who understands that going straight into the bears is a death trap. So just be prepared to see 4 dryads, 5 dryads, and then bears, and this combo is really strong when you're at 50 foot. Yet he's creeping, that's fine. He gets what? Close plus 12. That's nice. Night Elf got drums, and he's making an expansion again. Okay. I mean, right now we'll see Kaha going into 60 with into 70. He's making a 70 moonwell. Because he wants to save some more gold in his bank. And 70 moonwell on one hand lets you get more gold into your bank. Is not a consumable. He got most consumables he wants, and he wants an additional invul potion, of course. But yeah, this invul potion exactly. But at the same time, he needs to go to the shop for it, and he was creeping. And another peon. To do what? Another expansion? I don't know what you're doing. I don't really know. Okay, this expansion will get up. How will it help you against 70 limit bears? And he will have 66? Not 70, okay, it will be not 70, but he'll have 66 limit bears. He'll have 6 freaking bears. 7. You're pumping your own units. That's good, but it's a bit too late. Is it though? Yeah, it's likely a bit too late. Finally, Shadow Hunter got a mana potion, and a pendant of mana, of course, is amazing. Which is pendant of energy, but who cares? It's a pendant of mana. A pendant of energy is a pendant of mana. A pendant of mana is a pendant of mana. If there were another, even larger pendant, like a pendant of 6 years in a university, it also would be a pendant of mana, of course. Blade gets burnt. That's fine. All heroes are level 4. And now Orc hopes to get rid of a Demon Hunter quickly, but there is stuff. Demon Hunter got a TP stuff, so he'll burn a shit ton of Orc units. Oh, these wisps can make a difference. Yeah, all the spirit walkers are dry. All the raiders are dying. Shadow Hunter is finally level 4. You got Hex level 4, Healing Wave level 4. It's a good moment to use your... Yeah, to use your mana potion. What? You've got stuff, Kaho! What's going on? Why do people always lose their demon hunters? I mean, he still was able to kill a Blade Master. And Demon Hunter is back, although at half HP, but it doesn't matter. And Kodo Beast will die. And that's over for Lin. He also wants to get his Blade Master back, of course. Who may have guessed. But it's bad. It's over. Gets an invul. He will have 2 more raiders. He will have maybe additional Kodo Beast is alive. No, everything died. He'll lose his expansion. That's all. That's all, folks. Did an expansion work for you? You have to make a difference at 50 limit. It's when there are not too many bears, bears are not too oppressive, you can eat a few, you can get out, you can start diminishing bear numbers for the future. But instead, what happens is you start an expansion and that's all. That's over. All you've got is gone. All your advantage is gone. You can't really eat 7 bears, it's impossible. So you don't have to play 70 against 70 without having a major advantage. It's impossible. You can't win. And Lin loses this series. That's bad. That was bad. I didn't like it one bit. Ah, okay. The sad, defeated Apteka is falling down to cry. Thank you, everyone who was watching. I'm quite glad that you were watching. I'm quite happy to have you on my stream. If anyone was watching at all, except for Rapet. Rapet, thank you for watching. Anyway, остановить трансляцию. Stop the translation. No, not the translation. Transmission, for fuck's sake. Stop the transmission.